comics, movies, TVs, and more coming up on this episode of Bayou City Geeks. What's up, everyone, and welcome to a live, kind of live, episode of Bayou City Geeks. I'm your co-host, Bobby Behar, and with me as always is...
Jason Elliott. What's up, guys?
Coming from you, again, from Replay Games at 722 West 19th. If you like video games, this is your store.
Of course. Got it all, man. Got a retro and new games.
So, we have a bit to cover. I know I'm behind on the episodes. I'm sorry. I'm talking to y'all, really. Not so much y'all, but y'all, I'm sorry. I've been a little behind on the episodes. So, let's jump into movies real quick. We both saw Wonder Woman, and we both loved it.
It's great.
Gal Gadot is Wonder Woman. I mean, I don't know any other way to put it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even know of anybody else who could have played Wonder Woman. I mean, if you can name an actress, tell me. But yeah, I mean, she embodied everything that Wonder Woman is, and there were still some people saying that she was still too thin, still skinny, and didn't have a commanding enough presence. But she did it for me.
Well, and the thing is I hate when people say like they're too skinny, they're too this. She is, spoiler, a god or demigod, however you want to put it. I don't know, but however you want to put it. So she doesn't have to be big. Like, look at Christopher Reeve. He wasn't big.
No, he worked out.
I mean, he worked out, yes, but he was in shape. He was toned, yeah, but he wasn't like bulky.
Or yeah, overly,
Yeah.
like a Rob Liefeld drawing come to life.
Exactly, like completely disproportioned. So what you have is people just kind of bitching to bitch, and that's really kind of what it is. So Wonder Woman, Chris Pine was great.
Yeah,
I thought Chris Pine did a great job. I thought Patty Jenkins did a fantastic job with her. I mean, she hasn't done a movie since Monster, really.
Yeah, and that was, for somebody who hadn't done a movie, no rust, nothing. And, this now opens up a lot for female directors, a lot for female characters, and I bet you Marvel tries to counter with a female, led movie, because, I know we have Captain Marvel coming out.
With a female director.
Yeah.
Co-director.
Yeah.
It's her and the male counterpart, yeah.
But here's the thing, maybe that Black Widow movie now gets made, or a TV show, or however they want to, do it, or, they just make more merchandise featuring their female characters. I mean, you got Cloak and Dagger coming out. Dagger could be, she could be featured, more prominently. So more of their female characters, will hopefully, in comics in general.
Right. And speaking of that, Scarlett Johansson has said that we will be seeing, 32 characters in Infinity Wars? That's the good guys. That's not including the bad guys. So, sweet Lord, that's...
It's going to be interesting to see how they balance it all, and that's why it's going to be 2 films instead of just 1.
Right, and I think from what I've read with Chris Pratt, the Guardians will be more heavily in part 2 than 1, so that's fine. So yeah, that's awesome. Now, we did see the introduction of the Dark Universe. I loved the teaser that Universal gave us. However, The Mummy was not a home run. Well,
more like a double.
Globally it was a home run. Globally, they loved it.
The movie itself.
The movie itself here in America did not do well. And Universal's kind of laying the blame at Tom Cruise's feet. They're saying that because when Tom Cruise came on, he brought his scriptwriter on, and they rewrote the script and rewrote the ending and kind of took it away from...
Because it's supposed to be like more horror.
It was supposed to be more horror. This is much more action film, and of course Tom Cruise got his 2 to 3 scenes of him running.
Yeah, running and looking scared and
Dan Levitard put it best from ESPN. Name any Tom Cruise movie
that doesn't feature running,
and it's just whatever he is, but he's cocky. So Interview with the Vampire, cocky vampire. Top Gun, cocky Air Force pilot.
Yeah,
The
Jerry
Mummy,
Maguire,
cocky agent. I mean, any Tom Cruise movie he's done, he's just cocky. It's just
even The Outsiders, which he had a small part in.
He was still cocky.
Yeah, Steve, he was still cocky.
He was still cocky. Mission Impossible, cocky secret agent. I mean, it's just
Losing It with Shelley Long, cocky, guy trying to lose his virginity.
Oh, well, what was the one where he was a football player like early
right
80s? Moves. Cocky football player. Boom. Holy shit.
You got to bed Leah Thompson though.
But he's cocky and everything. Jack the guy who played his counterpart or his friend. It was Jake Johnson. There we go, not Jack Johnson.
No.
Jake Johnson.
Yeah,
Jake
from,
Johnson was
the new girl.
Yeah, was completely underused in this film. He's hilarious in it. He and Russell Crowe saved the film. Russell Crowe as Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde was fantastic. Sophia, what's her name? Bortella didn't get enough screen time at all.
Considering that she's the title character.
But here's the
she
thing.
was so effective in The Kingsman.
She was. No, and that's the problem is that Tom Cruise, before Tom Cruise came on, it was like 70-30 mummy be horror film and blah blah. Tom Cruise comes on, he needs 50% of screen time.
It's basically, I guess, Mission Impossible.
It was Mission Impossible against demons, and it kind of just didn't work. I liked it. My girlfriend liked it. I
guess you like it kind of like for what it is, but the
it's
thing
a mindless action film.
Yeah, but the thing is, it doesn't need to be. I think I would really like to see Tom Cruise, do something different.
Well, he used to be a good actor.
Yeah, it's
Sorry,
like
Tom.
he's going back to the well, with the Mission Impossibles and stuff like that.
But
I would like to see
he's
him.
good in that.
Yeah, but I would just like to see him kind of branch out. He did the comedy, with what do you call it, Tropic Thunder, where he's in a fat suit.
Well, and here
Les Grossman, and I just would like to have seen him in a straight up horror movie. Johnny Depp's done it with Sleepy Hollow. He can. I'm sure he can do it, but he goes to what's safe and what he knows. Sticks to his wheelhouse.
He does, and it's really sad because this could have been a great opening, but you know what? I love Batman vs Superman and fan this device when I was like, oh, the DCU is gonna fall apart, and then Wonder Woman comes out and saves everything. So, hell, what do I know? What do I know? So now we're gonna jump into movie news. We have that. It's kind of a weird and strange situation with Marvel and Sony right now. Sony's president came out and said that Venom and the Silver Sable Black Cat film will be in
the MCU.
The MCU. Well, it will be in the Spider-Man MCU universe, not so much the MCU canon universe. So I guess they can't show or talk about the Avengers, but Spider-Man will be like this really odd link.
He's going to be that tether.
Yeah.
To me, here's the thing.
It's a Venn diagram.
Yeah, here's the thing. You cannot have, those characters without Spider-Man.
You can't.
And really, the thing is, just go on and tie it into, the universe. Because the thing is, I'm already hearing that Spider-Man Homecoming is just great.
It's just
Spider-Man movie that we've all wanted. So I think what Kevin Feige is probably, in that video, with Amy Pascal and Kevin Feige, I think what Kevin is trying to do is he's trying to see how the movie does first, because the thing is, if Venom doesn't work, and that's just
it'd be Marvel's first
failure
feature.
Yeah,
but I don't think it's gonna be a failure because Tom Hardy is playing Venom, which I like.
Yeah.
Carnage will be the bad guy, which is gonna be fantastic. I think.
So that means that he does get disgraced. So that means Tom Holland probably has to appear. Because the thing is, their histories are so linked together.
It is, and Tom Holland is contractually obligated for Spider-Man 2 and 3, which we know Marvel will go ahead and do that.
Of course.
And so, Tom Holland has to at least start off in Venom.
Well, and also they were saying that he could get a suit for the Infinity War, but I hear that he's not going to get a Spidey suit, that black suit that he gets during the Secret War.
Oh, that would have been so damn good.
Yeah, it would have been. But it has to be. You just don't inexplicably just say, oh, hey, I got a symbiote.
Hey, look, I have a black suit now. Everyone wants to be black. Was that a bad joke?
Yeah, got it.
Whatever. I thought it was funny. TV news, Supernatural fans, we have a spin-off in the works, and I'm not sure how this plays. I really don't. It's going to be following Sheriff Mills and the daughters she's taken in. I don't see how this plays really well. Everyone follows Supernatural for Sam and Dean.
Yeah. Well, it's probably just like the Lone Gunman spin-off of X-Files. They're good side characters, but not characters who can necessarily carry, a 30 minute to an hour.
It's going to be an hour feature. An hour-long show. I don't see... I like Sheriff Mills. I think she's a great character.
But some people are just side characters.
She's a side character. I don't want to watch a whole episode of Sheriff Mills.
But hey, you know what? Give it a chance.
And I will. Star Trek: The Discovery has a premiere date.
September 24th. And Sonequa Martin Green also came out and said that her character is not half Vulcan, but she does have a close relationship with Spock's father, Sarek.
Seriously?
Yeah, and she was also, one of I think the first human who was admitted into, I guess like the little Vulcan temple.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm really excited for Star Trek Discovery. When was the last time we actually had a Star Trek TV show?
Since Enterprise.
Enterprise.
Yeah, so that was like 2001 and 2005. With Scott Bakula. Yeah, Scott Bakula led.
And anyone who's complaining about the diversity of Star Trek, I say diversity because Star Trek is diverse. It's always been diverse.
It was meant to be.
It was meant to be diverse.
It was basically a commentary on like the Civil Rights Movement.
Yes.
With all these different species and whatnot.
Yes. I mean, they had the first interracial kiss on TV. I mean, come on. If you were that upset about diversity on TV show, then you shouldn't be watching Star Trek.
Yeah, and Sonequa Martin Green and Michelle Yeoh all have their starring roles and female-led.
Yeah, it's a female-led. You have a what would it be? She's not the first. No, she'd be the first black female captain. Or is she the captain, or is Michelle Yeoh the captain?
Michelle Yeoh's the captain. She's more like a first lieutenant or first officer. She holds a pretty high rank. So.
Yeah, so she'd be like, what, number 2?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we've never had that before.
There we go. 2 kick-ass female leading the Enterprise. I can't wait.
Yeah, maybe I'll have to get that CBS.
Which I think is, I can't believe it's not on CBS.
Yeah.
Maybe they're trying to see how the streaming does?
Yeah, they're trying to get that service up and running.
They really are. It's like $5 a month. It kind of sucks. Other news. We got Godzilla, King of the Monsters, has started production, and we will get Mothra, Rodan, and King
Ghidorah.
Thank you.
But I'm excited. So like now, the thing is with Rodan, I'm really happy about that. We're gonna get Mothra because you remember in the first one, said Dad's Moth.
No, I didn't catch that.
Yeah, somebody brought that up to me, and when I went back and watched it, I was like, oh, okay, yeah, there's Dad's Moth. I think it's like when he has like the bunch of like little zip drives. And so we got that, and then we got King Ghidorah. I'm guessing that maybe Mothra will start out as a villain and then become Godzilla's ally.
Which one is King Ghidorah?
King Ghidorah's a 3-headed.
Oh no shit.
Yeah.
Okay, that's awesome.
Yeah. And then
that is awesome.
Then there was the Mecha Ghidorah too.
Yes, I do remember Mecha.
And then
I just didn't know what their name was.
Yeah, and then Rodan, ally, and enemy. So
yeah.
Sometimes
it's a frenemy.
Yeah. So
it's the Taylor Swift and Katy Perry of the monster universe.
Although they did make up, but yeah, they yeah.
And coming to Godzilla, King of the Monsters, we've got Kyle Chandler, Millie Bobby Brown, Bradley Whitford, Thomas Middlestitch, Charles Dance, O'Shea Jackson Jr., Aisha Hines, and Zhang Ziyi.
And also Vera Farmiga.
Vera Farmiga, why is that name so familiar?
Yeah, because she was in the Norman Bates show, Bates Hotel.
Oh,
and
yes.
And was in The Departed also.
Yes. Oh, yeah. No, she played the mom. Yeah, okay. Sean Levy says Stranger Things Season 2 will be darker and scarier, but will have a lot of heart, which, yeah, I trust him. Yeah,
I'm eagerly anticipating that show. I mean, it gets closer and closer. Halloween, folks, on Netflix.
Yes. We get the Justice League Hall of Justice in Justice League. Yes, there are set photos of the Justice League set being built. It's going to be, I think it's obviously Wayne Tech.
Of course.
Oh, of course.
Do they have? I wonder if they're going to introduce a watchtower or kind of allude to it.
I think they might allude to it, but still, just getting the Hall of Justice, that's enough for me.
Yeah.
Fox, for some reason, is holding on hope with Fantastic Four and pushing forward with a kid-friendly version following
Franklin and Valeria.
Franklin and Valeria, yeah, which sounds like a bad.
You know what? Here's the thing. They've run out of ideas with the Fantastic Four, so I say if this one fails, give it back to Marvel.
Give it back to Marvel.
You've already had what? Let me see.
You've had 3.
3. So this will be the fourth.
The fourth
attempt.
Okay. You know what?
Now. Okay. Franklin Richards you know, he was, you know, wasn't he like the leader of the power pack at one point?
Yeah.
Okay, now you've got him. He's got powers. I think Valeria's got powers.
Valeria is smarter than her dad.
Yeah, and you know Franklin can like do like the probability field or something like that.
He can create a whole new universe.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
the thing is, and I remember like the teenage version of him, May Parker had a crush on him in the MC2 universe in Spider Girl.
There was that, and then the adult version is a complete asshole.
Yeah.
So, you know, let's see what Fox does. I'll tell you where they're gonna go. Badly. Also, we got this month that Phil Lord and Chris Miller were fired from the Han Solo movie.
This was last night, wasn't it? I mean,
well,
it was pretty recent.
It was well, for us filming it last night, when you're watching it 2 weeks ago. Apparently, from the very get-go, there were clashes between them and Kathleen Kennedy and
Lawrence Kasdan.
Lauren Kasdan, because they have a very like, this is how we do Star Wars, and this is how we stick to it. This is what has made it successful.
And
they're
the character of Han Solo.
Exactly.
They wanted more of an improvisational style, with like more comedic, and like you know the thing is, Han Solo's not that type of character. I mean, you know, there's some funny things that'll happen around him, but this is not a comedic action comedy movie.
This is a like this. It shouldn't play like that. However,
they should have done a Deadpool then, if they wanted to make a comedic, you know, improvisational thing.
Well, Deadpool is already in good hands. So, but the rumor mill is that the minute they were fired, DCU called them up for the Flash,
and the
which would be
they were supposed to do.
They were supposed to do the Flash, and they dropped off to do Han Solo, and then they got fired. So come on.
Hopefully, you know, Han Solo's loss is DC's gain, because now, you know, Billy Crudup dropped out, I think, of the Flash.
But here's the thing: these two guys are meant for the Flash.
Yeah.
Like, you know, and so, but yeah, they clashed from the very beginning. But you know what? Han Solo's loss could be the Flash's gain, but that loss for Han Solo could also mean who's coming in. Well, the rumors are Ron Howard, Joe Johnson, and Lawrence Kasdan himself could be taking over.
And I'm hearing Ron Howard is the front runner to take over, which would be pretty cool.
Which would be fantastic. I love Ron Howard. Love his movies. So yeah, he would do a fantastic Han Solo film.
Yeah.
Sad news, Daniel Day-Lewis is retiring from acting again. I guess he really wants to be a shoe cobbler.
Yeah, I was about to say, I mean, when they got him for Gangs in New York, that's what he was doing in
Italy. He was like, I want to be a shoe cobbler, but we need you. And then he did Gangs in New York, and There Will Be Blood, and then he's like, you know what? And Lincoln.
Yeah.
He had like 2 Academy Awards in a 10-year period. He's like, I'm done.
Hey.
And hey, you've got your money. You've
got your awards. You've done what you want to do.
You have nothing left to prove. Nothing. Go cobble your shoes, Daniel Day-Lewis. Go cobble them. Happy trails and happy cobbling. Finally, I will buy this the day it comes out. Batman: Mask of the Phantasm is coming to Blu-ray. Thank you, Jeebus. Thank you, 8-pound baby Jesus.
I'll be, possibly getting that one too. Man, I loved it when it came out.
Have you seen it lately?
You know what? I haven't seen it in a while.
It holds up. It is so good.
Maybe we can get Phantasm in one of the movies. I mean, I know that he was like like they did for Harley Quinn. You know,
that'd be fantastic. I would love.
I don't really know why they didn't either. I mean, and the reveal is pretty awesome too. Who Phantasm is.
Yeah. Well, why are we telling you this? You've already seen it.
But let's go to video games now. And with us is the owner of this glorious place.
He's coming.
Da-da-da-da-da.
Hey, Dave. How's it going?
So E3 was last week, and we had a lot of games that came out. Most of them which are not going to hit until 2018.
Yeah.
And you and I had discussed some games, and one in particular which I'm looking forward to. Well, two actually. It was the Dragon Ball Z Fighters and Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. Now, the story mode for demo for the Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite came out. It was released the same day that they showed it on the floor at E3.
Whoever called it cute just now, step forward so I can kill you. no beard is less than a man.
Now, what did you think, Dave?
I thought it was all right. I mean, it plays a little slower than MVC3, but it felt solid. The story was pretty basic, kind of boring. Whatever, a little bland, but all I care about is the gameplay. So I don't care if it doesn't have a story mode. I'm fine with that. I just want good gameplay. So I was all right with it. It was all right.
Yeah,
I'm really looking forward to DBZ though.
Yeah, the DBZ game, I mean, it looked like those Fast and Furious, like Marvel vs. Capcom 2. I mean, it has 3-on-3 fighting. I mean...
Gameplay was Guilty Gear style.
Yeah, I mean, I really like that game. I think, a lot of people coming away from it were looking at that game as a highly anticipated one. I played the story demo for, Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, and one thing that stuck out to me is that it's even more accessible to newbies.
Yeah.
And the thing is, for a person like me who's followed this series since, Children of the Atom, I mean, I've seen it go from 3 buttons to 2 buttons and, it become a button masher. And some things,
it's a little mashy now. It's a little mashy now still for the combos.
Yeah.
But you can make your own assists. I think it's going to be less about executing combos and more about spacing and the way you bring in your character and create the assists. So
yeah, I mean,
it's a good thing, I think.
It wasn't a great demo to me, and the thing is, if you're wanting people to plop down $90, which it does ask you when you finish the demo to pre-order. If you
Seriously?
Yeah. It asks you to pre-order.
For 90?
Yeah, because the thing is, you get like 6 outfits.
You get the first season of DLC.
Yeah, and Black Panther. Hey, but Black Panther's coming in that first season though too. But anyway, yeah, they ask if you want to pre-order now, and I just kind of find that to be very, very weird because the game, like I said, it's not a good demo.
They don't really explain the game. They just say, "Here's our story," and that's it.
Yeah,
now play it.
And I mean, the thing is, you face a lot of Ultron drones.
Yeah.
And the thing is, I mean, they're very easy to defeat. So I guess that's your time for experimentation with whatever characters.
Yeah.
And the character models do look kind of bad, but it's to be expected from a demo. All right, Dave. But I mean, what games did you cover?
So I covered for GHG. I covered F1 and Spider-Man.
No pressure, right?
Spider-Man looked great.
Now, Spider-Man looks great. So Spider-Man will be in the same universe as Homecoming.
Really?
Well, yes. Despite the fact that it's a new suit, I think Tom Holland is doing the voice.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, I have to recheck my notes, but I'm pretty sure that's
Get him now before he starts demanding millions.
exactly. But it will be within the same MCU universe. There will be nods to the past Spider-Man movies, so we'll see a lot in that game. It looks amazing.
And also a character that everybody has just fallen in love with, Miles Morales, appears at the end of that demo.
See, I didn't get to play the demo, so that's awesome.
He did appear at the end of it.
Okay. Well, we are seeing the Miles Morales movie coming out soon.
Yeah, the animated
version, the animated movie. So that will be good. The other game I covered was F1, Formula One racing. All the tracks. I mean, I want to play it just so I can play in Austin at the Circuit of the Americas. They're bringing back, the classic cars. I'll have franchise mode, and in that franchise mode, you get to be the owner of the team that you bought. So you could be the owner of Ferrari or McLaren or Red Bull, and you get to see how billionaires play with $1 million Hot Wheels. So I can't wait for that. I really can't. Like, oh.
Well, we are getting some games this year that appeared from E3, most notably the Uncharted Lost Legacy, which, you know, does not feature Nathan Drake.
No, it's gonna be covered. It's gonna be
Chloe and Nadine.
Yes.
You're late. I thought you were a professional.
Oh, you should relax. You'll live longer.
Was you know, head of Shoreline, boss lady, as
Yes.
the characters kept calling her, and we will get another Wolfenstein 2, which, you know, is
Does
gonna
look
be,
good too.
Yeah, it does look good. I mean, even if it looks to be, you know, more of the same.
Well, here's the thing, and for anyone watching this on YouTube, remember World War II, we fought the Nazis and they were bad. Nazis are bad. Remember that. I can't believe I have to give this like history lesson on World War II. But we fought the Nazis and the Nazis were bad. They're not the good guys.
But going back to Uncharted, there will be more games in that universe.
Will there?
Yeah, there's going to be more side characters. Maybe we'll even get to see what's his name, the Jason Statham inspired character. You know, be in his own game.
Oh, okay. That'd be
Yeah.
cool.
So yeah.
Well, and we did get news that Red Dead Redemption was pushed back to 2018. But I mean, once again, as long as it's good,
Hey, Rockstar's got a pretty you know, great track record. So,
they do.
I mean,
They do.
I think that the game is going to be phenomenal. You know, and I'm going to reveal something. I've never actually played the first one.
What?
I still haven't gotten around
I've
to
not
it.
played through it entirely either.
Wait, I'm sorry. Y'all haven't played Red Dead Redemption?
No, I tried it. It's cool.
I mean,
I like it.
That got me through grad school.
Yeah.
That got me through grad school. When I was writing my thesis, I was playing Red Dead Redemption.
I'm not really an open world guy. You know.
I mean,
I like
I
the
am-
new Zelda.
I mean,
but
I'm
in
an
general,
open world. I'm an open world guy, but it's just I just never got around to it. I mean,
Yeah.
you know, but I got to play it before. You know, I got time now before.
Yeah.
you
Watch
know,
your book, you're gonna-
oh, yeah. But you know, I got time now before it comes out. So, you know, to go through it and everything. But what the story is? It supposed to be a sequel to the first one, or is it going to be entirely new?
It's not going to be a sequel. I think we're following John Marsden again, not his son, thank God. But I think it's John. It's going to be a prequel to Red Dead, which I think everyone has has this consensus that his son's voice was extremely annoying, and no one should ever have to listen to that garbage again. Although I will say this, when you play Red Dead Redemption Undead Nightmare and you play the music from Supernatural in the game, syncs up perfectly.
Oh, that's right.
Play Kansas while you're riding along on the dead. Yeah. So that covers E3. Are we good with E3?
Mario Odyssey. Yeah.
Oh,
That's good.
Oh, yes.
oh, I haven't seen.
Metroid. 2 Metroids.
Oh yeah, Metroid and the
Also good.
Yoshi game that
And Yoshi
that we
was
watched
cool.
too. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a little cardboard
Watch
cutout
the
game.
demo. Don't just watch
Yeah.
the trailer. Watch the gameplay demo. It looks pretty cool.
Yeah, it looks addicting too. But I mean, I don't know if I'm going to get a Switch. I mean, I'm pretty, you know, satisfied with my PS4.
Yeah, same here. But
I love the Switch, and I haven't been playing much on my PS4 or my Xbox One. So hey. So yeah.
I might save up after Comic Con. All right. Well, that covers E3.
Dave.
Dave,
I'm
thanks
good.
so much.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks a lot,
Yeah,
man.
man. Now, going back to news real quick because Jason hit on something that we didn't talk about. Black Panther.
The world is changing. Soon, there will only be the conquered and the conquerors.
Step into the spotlight.
You are a good man
Step into the spotlight.
with a good heart. And it's hard for a good man to be a king.
That trailer looked sick.
Yes.
With amazing music by Run the Jewels, who have become like my favorite rap group since Outkast.
You know what? They're very good. I listened to some of their other tracks. I mean, I watched the video for the song that they had
Yeah.
in that trailer. I mean, these guys they're like what
Well, it's Killer Mike.
Macklemore and Ryan Lewis should be. or
True.
try to be at least.
I like Macklemore, but
I mean, I like him all right, but these guys run circles.
it's because it's Killer Mike.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sorry, like I was saying, like they're my favorite rap duo since Outkast, and Killer Mike is part of the Dungeon family.
Yeah.
I mean, they just have like that, and he just has that like those sick beats and that flow that is just so like you just nod your head, and it's awesome.
Yeah.
So Black Panther looks amazing. There's a ton of. I mean, you have T'Challa. You have flashbacks to T'Chaka. You see amazing Wakanda with the different tribes. This is
Claw
you have got Claw. You've got M'Baku. You've got not Kilgrave. Who is Michael B. Jordan playing? I can't think of his name right now.
Yeah, he is good playing Kilgrave.
It's Kilgrave, yeah, okay. You've got Angela Bassett playing his stepmom.
I can't pronounce her last name, but she's from The Walking Dead, plays Michonne.
She's playing one of the bodyguards.
And, has her head shaved, which she doesn't realize
anyway. I'm blanking on the name right now. The woman from Star Wars. Lupita Nyong'o.
Yes.
Is another one of the Major Dajari Major.
Yeah.
The bodyguards, the badass from Civil War who threatened Black Widow is back. I mean, it looks amazing, and the fact that both the cinematographer, who is it, Ryan Coogler is the director,
yeah.
and the costumes, they're all Black Americans who are bringing in such culture to Black Panther.
So finally, we get a superhero, a black superhero headlining his own film. I mean, I watched that trailer about six times. I mean, and it really got a lot. It got a lot of hits when it first came out. So it said like, this trailer here, made history too. So
I mean, what I'm hoping for is that Black Panther is for like the black community what Wonder Woman was for
female
women,
gender
for females.
Yeah,
like,
it's a very good, interesting time right now.
Yeah, and I think that this is the perfect time for us to get Black Panther, and I really can't think of anyone better than Chadwick Boseman to bring about.
Oh yeah, because I remember Wesley Snipes tried to get his version. I say for the sequel, find a way to get him in. I mean, he's out of prison. He's got his all taxes all.
He does. He had his own
sorted
TV show for like 3 episodes, and then
bulk him back up because he really shrank.
You know what? He I don't think he has. I think he could be like T'Chaka's. Maybe he could be one of T'Chaka's. Advisors. Oh, and the dude from Get Out plays T'Challa's.
Oh yes. Yes, and he played a very good episode of Black Mirror. If you haven't seen it.
Really? Okay. Mm-hmm. But Black Panther trailer, just sick. All right, so I've got one little extra thing. I've got Old Man Logan, the Marvel Legends Old Man Logan. I'm actually gonna get the backing for Old Man Logan and Cyclops drawn on at Comic-Con, so it'll be kind of cool. All right, let's jump into comic books, and then we'll be done for the night. Or done for the episode. I'll edit that out. What you got?
I got Optimus Prime here, and I got Star Wars. Now, this Star Wars comic book, it's been very, very, consistently good.
Jason Aaron is.
Yeah, and Salvador LaRocca.
Yes, they're always solid.
Oh yeah, this particular episode here, not episode, no pun intended, but issue follows, Han Solo and Luke, being captured, Leia and Dr. Aphra and C-3PO, and I believe it's Chewbacca. They're trying to, rescue them. This person here, the villain called the Queen, is kind of siphoning, something out of Luke, because the thing is, she has him hooked up to a machine, and she takes this little hookah-like thing and smokes it and says like, "Oh, I never known the taste of Jedi." And I'm like, I would love to see that in a movie.
That sounds so damn dirty.
Yeah, and
she is smoking Luke.
Yeah, she's smoking him, and and so the thing is, she's a person who is very manipulative. She lives in this place called the Citadel.
Okay.
So in the Citadel is where they're being holed up, and Han is now being he's been taken over by these big parasites. What's what they do? They manipulate them through they dig into the back of their necks. And it's gross as it sounds. Dig into the back of their necks and they overtake him. They overtake Han, and Dr. Aphra knocks him out. And now at the end, Luke tries to get the Queen, and somehow he's now infected. So now, like the next episode, the next issue 33 is going to deal with him, being with his Jedi powers, being infected.
Ooh, I like that.
And Optimus Prime, this deals with Jazz, and it has some of the, I guess, like the Black Lives Matter, theme going on in it, because Jazz is probably, the blackest of the Autobots, because he loves Earth culture, he loves rap music and everything. Scatman Carruthers from The Shining, voiced him in the original series. So this is dealing with the aftermath of him killing a cop.
Ooh.
A white cop who was trying to, apprehend like a young black teenager, a male black teenager. And so he kills him, and, he's going on, is being interviewed by Hector Ramirez as to what went down. So he's been asked questions, and he's like, hey, I don't need this. And Hector Ramirez is kind of like a, Geraldo Rivera, Bill O'Reilly type, where he just, kind of digs, he does things for ratings, and he gets under people's skin, which is something I don't really get why the G.I. Joe movies haven't utilized this character.
Which one is he?
Hector Ramirez. He's the journalist, the TV journalist.
Oh, okay.
Which Michael Pena would be great for.
Yes, he would be.
But
yes, he would be.
Yeah, I mean, so this issue here of Optimus Prime, and really the thing is, it paints the Autobots, even though they're benevolent characters, it doesn't paint them as being perfect. And which is something that the movies are starting to do, although you still can't tell between them. And there's a joke in here saying that by the black president, female president, that, hey, you know what, people can't tell you guys apart. Which, if you watch any of Michael Bay's shitty Transformers movies, you can barely tell the Transformers apart.
You really can't. I mean, I the first one, yes. After that, no.
And it gives the Autobots here a lot of character. I mean,
which is what they need.
Yeah, and this is something that the animated series did. Say what you will about it. 30-minute toy commercial. At least we know which Autobot and Decepticon were who, and they weren't so interchangeable.
And true. And actually, jumping off that real quick, we do have news on the Bumblebee movie. It'll be like the Iron Giant, and it will be taking place in the 80s.
Yeah, and the G1 design is going to be teased, and hopefully they can get Daniel Gilbazan back. I mean, very nice guy. I met him, and he said he would love to reprise the character. Yeah,
why not? I mean, it'd be stupid for them not to. But
yeah, I mean, if they can get Peter Cullen and Frank Welker.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so my two books. I did Darth Vader #1. Charles Soule. Yeah, Soule does a fantastic job. It takes place right after Episode 3, and it's more of the Emperor telling Vader about the Sith. And I love the fact that they mention the fact that the reason why the Sith saber is red is because the kyber crystals are bleeding. They have the Sith with the dark side tortures and kills the kyber crystal until it's bleeding, and that's why it gets the red hue. Which I want to know why. Then there's blue, yellow, yellow, green, and purple. Others say, okay, I want to know, but I love the fact that that's why they're bleeding. The other book I have is Dark Days: The Forge. This is the new DC crossover, DC event. And basically, it's
got a lot of talent attached to it. Is
it
Zack Snyder?
No, it's Scott Snyder.
Oh, okay.
It's got Scott Snyder, Tyrion IV, Jim Lee, Andy Kubert, John Romita Jr., Scott Williams. Pretty much, it goes back with Hawkman, really. Hawkman is describing what brought him to the Nth metal back in ancient Egypt, and it's going now flash forwarding to like the past with Hawkman, the present with Batman. Pretty much like he had Superman create a room that no one could enter, not even Superman. The key got thrown into the sun, and what ends up happening is Batman goes into Atlantis and breaks into Atlantis, goes to the fortress. He has Mr. Miracle break into the room, and when Mr. Miracle sees what's in there, he's like, "What have you done, Bruce?" And Bruce's like, "You need to leave now. This is not for you. This isn't for the Justice League." Green Lantern goes to the Batcave, and he finds Batman's latest sidekick, and I can't think of his name right now, guarding the Batcave, and there is a secret room in the Batcave. And when Hal Jordan goes in there, his ring starts burning. He's like, "We need to leave now. My ring is burning. This has never happened in all the galaxy." and you see Dr. Fate's helmet, you see Aquaman's trident, you see Wonder Woman's gauntlets in there. He has them for some reason. And when he gets to, the secret of what's happening, it's the fact that he has a Joker in prison. Because remember, there were 3 Jokers that we got established in Rebirth.
Ah, that's right.
He has one of the Jokers imprisoned. And it's this really great, we don't know what is happening in it. He has Mr. Terrific helping him break out, it looks like Plastic Man. I don't know, but this will break into a whole new. This is supposed to be a throwback to the '90s, big blockbuster event. So we'll see if they do that. Snyder, Lee, they've got amazing talent on it. I think it'll work out fine.
Yeah, and Batman's always been that character that he's got stuff going on.
Yeah,
that you don't know about.
Speaking of which, so in the '80s you had Batman and the Outsiders, right? That was, and they bring that into this as it was his Black Ops team.
Yeah.
Something that existed outside of Justice League exists, and I love the fact that they did that. Speaking of which, not Jason. Well, Jason Aaron is rebooting kind of the Marvel universe, kind of like how Jeff Johns did with Rebirth. Jason Aaron is doing that with Generations with Marvel, and kind of bringing back that Marvel feel, I guess. I don't know. We'll see how that plays.
The 80s and not the 90s, hopefully.
Yes, but well, it depends. It depends, because there were some 80s that was really bad too. But
that's true.
I like that they're bringing back more optimism. I think we have enough darkness right now.
Yeah, and that's what the DC stuff, the movies did too. Because you don't need to have them all dark, and not every character is a dark character. Batman is, certain characters are, but for the most part,
the Flash should not be. Yeah.
No, the Flash should not be dark.
And with that, we're done. This is another episode. We'll have one more episode before Comic-Con. And when we're in Comic-Con, we will be going live and doing an episode there. That's why I bought this nifty little tripod for my phone, so that I don't have to carry this camera all over the place. But we will be coming to you live from Comic-Con, so stay tuned.
Yes, and I cannot wait. As I've never done anything like this before, and it'll be an exciting new venture, an exciting new opportunity to reach out to more people.
We're going on an adventure! And with that, see you in the funny papers.
Later, guys.